are in Dash The Henge.
Indeed.
With Tim
Absolutely.
and Chris.
That's me. Nice one.
How's your day been today?
Good.
You had a bit of a late one last night.
We had a bit of a late one. We had a gig at the church, at St Giles Church, which you came to.
I did indeed. The gig and the screening of Holy Mountain.
That's right.
Yeah.
Live performance by the Romance of Baba Loco.
Yeah, fantastic.
They were incredible.
I'd definitely like to talk about that in a sec. So I hear, probably everyone knows how the name comes from one of the members of Fat White Family passing Stonehenge and saying it should be Pebble Dash. But how did it come about in terms of the business? I know that Rat Records was here and it was someone heard it was closing down, and
we've all been from around this area for years and sort of grown up with Rat Records and and when they announced that they were closing down and leaving, Tim, who was already working with Nathan with the label, one night at a gig, sort of elbowed me and said, "Let's get in there."
Yeah. So the label was
give it
first.
a shot.
Yeah,
The label came first.
Okay, so did you set that up, Tim?
That was actually set up by Nathan and Rebecca.
Okay.
And I joined shortly after.
Okay.
It was all kind of sort of came out of lockdown, really.
Yeah.
And then I got involved.
So many
in the
things did,
label.
in these interviews, actually.
Some positive stuff as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then so the label was established and we started putting out records. And then I already worked with Chris with his band Meat Raffle.
Yeah. As in working in what way?
So I managed the band.
Oh, cool, right. Yeah.
So we'd known each other for time anyway. Obviously hung out and stuff, and then this sort of opportunity. Yeah, I don't even remember the elbow, but there you go.
Yeah.
There might have been an elbow. I don't know.
It was a nudge of some description.
Exactly, but as Chris says, we heard that Rat Records was closing down, and it was very much a South London institution.
Yeah. No, I used to come here myself. I used to live in top of Brixton Hill, and I used to come here in record shop when I was buying vinyl.
Did, man. Generations of people from came through this shop, and we still get them now. People walk in and go, "Whoa, it's not Rat Records."
I think I got
changed.
Yeah, exactly. We used to get that so much.
Yeah. I think I got a heavy pressing of the instrumental to Murder She Wrote here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which I used to mix with rap, acapellas on the top.
Wicked.
So was the plan to do live music in this store from the start? When was that?
Yeah.
Came naturally.
It kind of happened naturally.
Yeah.
That's our background. That's where we came from, really.
Yeah.
And with a love of music, the first night we actually had a live band play before we actually opened the shop.
Yeah.
We had Warm Dusha play the
I was
night
here.
before.
I was here, and I was like, I thought you were playing their record. I love this song. That's how tight they are, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
that was amazing.
That was brilliant. We really sort of smashed the door open.
Yeah.
And it just felt like we had the idea that we would be able to facilitate an in-store every so often.
Yeah.
But we was, just the next Saturday. Well, it took a couple of weeks, but it really quickly became a regular feature.
Played next.
That's right.
They played the opening Saturday.
We did that's it.
Yeah.
And then and it just made sense. It was all set up to go. We just get people to play, and now it's got. We do sometimes 3 gigs or 4 gigs on a Saturday.
Yeah.
And we do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday as well.
Yeah.
And we're always pretty much booked up 2 months in advance.
Yeah. You're not short of people wanting to play, I guess.
And there's people coming in and saying, how do we get a gig here?
Yeah.
And we're like, just do you want to have a look at the calendar now? And just go there, there's a free date there.
That was going to be one of my questions, if anyone watches this and wants to get a gig, walk in, or if they maybe don't live very locally.
Yeah, or Instagram.
Yeah, we would say Instagram is the best message because emails have a habit of getting lost.
Indeed.
But we both have eyes on the Instagram account.
Sure.
So we can usually pick stuff up.
We love meeting people and
Yeah.
having a chat.
Exactly.
So face-to-face is always great.
I mean, this is the kind of place you meet people all the time, and artists all the time. You're surrounded by artists.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
It really is. And another point that we always make is we don't gatekeep because people will say, "Oh, we're going to send you over our press kit, or we're going to send you some links," and da-da. not being rude, but Frank, we don't have the time to listen, and we kind of don't want to because you're right. Hey. that made the
legitimate journalist there fucking up the cup. the film in there, film professional. Yeah.
So yeah, we don't cake.
Yeah,
and that's kind of joyous, you know. And you think we'd get some like bad shows, but we just don't. We really don't.
Yeah,
it's
and
incredible,
like,
really.
We don't, especially with the Saturday slots. We don't want to curate that at all because it's not about our tastes or what we're into. It's an open platform for people to come and play on and get some experience or try out some new material or just they're passing through on tour and really want to put in an extra gig during the day.
Well, that's it. You get like people with no fans to like big bands that are like, wow, we're around.
Yeah, exactly.
It's that community thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, people love it,
and it's friendly and all that.
Absolutely.
On the bigger band scale, do you know what I mean? They love it when they come in here because the sound's great. It's a tight little stage. It's kind of back to roots, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely one of the hubs of the South London music community with the windmill over that way.
The OD behind us.
Cheers, yeah, exactly.
Cheers, guys.
How has the wider community, the locals, responded to the store and the live music?
Brilliant.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
There were a few like suspicious brows when we first
early
opened.
on,
But and people even came in. They were like, "Oh, when you moved in initially, we were a bit worried because we love Rat Records.
Yeah.
And you really changed it. You really bloody changed.
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But we see what you're doing now. We see what you're about, and actually, you're all right.
It's certainly not. It's certainly not gentrification, is it?
No, because it's an open.
It's open to everyone.
Yeah.
It's open to absolutely everyone. It's like, all our gigs are free. So, unless it's a fundraiser or there's a band on tour and they really short of cash and But generally, we want the gigs to be free, completely open door. People coming in on their way home with their bags of shopping.
Yeah,
that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's what we love.
And you have the coffee as well. So you're kind of, that's everyone drinks coffee, right? So you're kind of serving the wider community.
Not enough.
People aren't drinking enough coffee.
The coffee shop is no longer. So without getting into the heavy economics of it, we'd done a year. We were kind of thinking of phasing it out, and then randomly, as everything in this story often is, a girl walked in one day and said, "Oh, I'm from Brixton Village. Do you want to come and look at a couple of spots?"
Exactly. Yeah.
And we were like, "Okay, we'll have a look."
Yeah.
And we had no plan to do anything like that.
Yeah.
Just another moment in time, really. Wasn't it? And we went over and saw it, and we were like, actually, there was a tiny spot, a sort of medium-sized spot, and a big spot. And we actually went to look at the little spot. Then when we saw the medium-sized spot, we were like, this could actually work.
Yeah. Because it was already set up as a bar.
Yeah.
We just had to change the decor and make it our own and get our stuff in.
Yeah.
And literally we closed that, pulled
day
everything,
we moved
all the work, all the
Took
work
its
we'd
place.
done on that place.
Yeah.
We pulled it all out.
Yeah.
Drove it over to Brixton.
Yeah.
Rebuilt it there.
Yeah.
And so we'd also had a dry run as well.
Yeah.
So that was really
And you sell coffee in Henge Brixton.
So coffee in Henge Brixton, but it's so we describe if this is a record shop with a bar.
Yeah.
Henge Brixton is a bar with a record shop.
Okay.
Yeah, so that it is.
The catalogue is a little smaller.
Yeah, exactly. But it's lovely, It's a cozy little vibe.
It is. Get down to Brixton, people, for sure.
And then also, obviously, it also has, because it's in the markets, it has obviously the covered outdoor space. So it's a very small bar, but everyone sits outside and hangs out.
Indeed.
covered market.
Brixton Market's amazing. was here for South by Southeast. It was a super fun day. And obviously, you got the Bear, which is down that way.
Yeah.
I didn't make it to the Bear, but I was going. I mean, people often
Probably dodged a bullet there.
right. People often go back and forth with the old dispensary.
Down there, yeah.
And my experience is that not only do you get the impression that everyone knows each other, like everyone's hanging around outside having cigarettes, but like people are very welcoming in this community for new faces. You know, if you get down here and you just. You don't have to smoke to stand outside, just striking up conversations is very simple, very easy, and people are really friendly. Why? I don't know. I think a lot of people might be intimidated by this. People that they all seem to know each other, and there's some really cool bands. But so it doesn't appear to be a snobby scene. Why do you think that is?
Interesting. Because you're right. I don't think it is it? I don't know what it feels like to be an outsider walking into it. But as you say, everybody is very welcoming, and engaging. There aren't that many dickheads around, which is kind of joyous, isn't it? You know. And look, we're on the front line here, sort of facing the public day in, day out. And, okay, there's some loonies around.
Oh, for sure.
But that's all part of the rich tapestry, isn't it? But there's no real arseholes around.
Yeah.
Shouldn't tempt fate.
No.
Stay that way.
But yeah, I don't know. It's cool, as you say. Everyone's always chilling outside the front of the OD. Obviously, the Bear has a huge sort of outside area in the front of the pub where everyone sort of hangs out. Certainly during the summer.
Yeah.
Obviously, people hang out here. There's people out there in the pouring rain right now.
Indeed. They probably think they're not allowed back in.
Yeah,
Maybe
but I
not.
think again, I think people are warm and welcoming, and I think hopefully we set that standard, you know, because we always said when we set this place up, we weren't going to be like all those record shops in the 90s that you walk in and they just look you up and down like, what are you doing in here?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Number one, you couldn't do that in this
You
current
couldn't ask
climate,
questions
you know?
because you're being
Like-
humiliated.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So we
yeah.
always said we never wanted that, so we do provide like a sort of a welcoming
Yeah.
environment, and hopefully that rubs off. You know?
Yeah.
It's like you noticed it earlier when the music was playing. I said you were chatting to that guy. Absolutely,
I was told off. No, absolutely right, because I'm here as a professional, and we were talking a little loudly when someone was playing.
But that's
and
the
it's
thing.
fucking annoying when you are playing and someone's doing that. Absolutely, you know.
It's something we've always done
Yeah.
in here, because look, the music, the performances are only ever 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't want to chat, it's just your night out. If you want to chat, you can just go outside and chat. So and look, as soon as you say that to people, they're like, oh, sorry. Just because it just.
Well, you did it in a nice way.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what we try to do. But it's like, 30 minutes of music. Shut up and listen.
Yeah, shut up and fucking listen. How did the Lee Scratch Perry thing happen? It seems so out there.
Yeah, well,
An
Peter
elderly
Harris is a good
Jamaican.
friend of ours.
Peter Harris is
A good friend of ours.
And who is Peter Harris?
He's a good friend of ours.
Yeah,
That's all you need to know.
that's all you need to know. So, next question.
So Peter Harris,
Yeah.
the album is Peter Harris, Fritz Catlin, and
Lee Scratch.
Who's the other fella?
Yeah,
and Lee Scratch Perry.
some random Jamaican. Yeah.
Peter Harris he'd been collaborating with Scratch for like 20 years on artworks. They were making paintings and drawings together.
And audio stuff, weren't they? They were doing bits and pieces.
Well, I don't know. I think and then eventually, because Peter makes music as well.
Yeah.
He's got a few projects on the go. One called Baby Man. He does a show on Radio O'Hara called Bomb Art, and he basically puts out like a slight backing track to lots of different musicians and asks them to just put something onto that backing track.
Nice.
And the hour-long radio program is just a collage of all these.
It's like instrumental, like
Well, exactly. But
Yeah.
a musical collaboration.
Yeah.
But a blind one where you don't hear what the other people are doing. You just get this basic, maybe a rhythm or a soundscape or something.
And that is on
Radio O'Hara.
Okay.
It's called Bomb Art, and he's starting to release
Very
stuff with that. But yeah, so he's been making music, and then he was introduced to Fritz Catlin, who's the drummer of 23 Skidoo. He was introduced to him by Mark Stewart of the pop group.
The pop group, yeah.
And Mark was like, "Oh, I know this drummer. I think he'll really, help your sound." And like on this particular collection of songs that he had, and so Peter was like, "Okay, yeah, sure." So they met up and agreed to work on these tracks. Peter decided to, because he's got an artist brain more than a sort of musician brain, he put this process to it, where he sent Fritz just the vocals. just his vocal. He'd written all the songs, all the parts, everything was already there. But he just sent Fritz the vocals and asked Fritz to write the music around his vocals.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Which is, so then Fritz sent that back, did that and sent that back to Peter. And then Peter approached Lee Scratch Perry and was like, do you want to do some vocals on this stuff that I've done? And he agreed. And so Peter took his vocals off the track and sent just Fritz's instrumentals over to Lee Scratch Perry. Yeah. He did his thing, and then that got sent back to Peter, and Peter then redid his vocals according to what those two people did. So it's like this mad process. And it was over the course of a few years. And then Peter came to Dash The Henge and asked if, is that how it came about? Yeah, and just asked if, he said, I've got this record with Lee Scratch Perry and Fritz Catlin, do you want to put it out?
Wow.
And obviously we jumped on it.
Yeah. That's so cool. That's a really cool story.
And it's a beautiful record. It's bizarre. Yeah. Because it's a dub record, but it's
not
quite,
as you know it.
Yeah, not as you know it. It's produced in that way, and it's like, it's got those, it's definitely a dub record, but it's more like, Peter's writing is quite, it reminds me of like Syd Barrett. Yeah. That kind of thing, and beautiful harmonies, and like loads of layers of vocals. Yeah. Yeah, it's a great record. Cool. Mercy.
Right. Yes, indeed. So as we mentioned, I was at Holy Mountain last night. Mm-hmm. It was a film screening with the band, and also a band called
The Romance of Bubba Loco.
The Romance of Bubba Loco.
How could you forget that?
Well, yeah. I won't ever again. It was at the St Giles Church in Denmark Hill. Huge Catholic church. Beautiful. No.
This church is Proddy.
Okay. Huge church.
Huge. It's like a cathedral.
Yeah, exactly.
It's stunning.
I'm just so impressed by the organisation of doing that. You said off camera you've done like 12 of them before there.
We've done a few. Yeah. And like the people are in place. Like this, it's a complete dry hire. There's no sound system. Oh, wow. They have a bar, so they take care of that. Yeah. We've got the people there in place to do it, and we're kind of familiar with it now. We all established our roles. We know, it's kind of we trust the process now.
Yeah. It was really impressive and a great space.
It's a beautiful space. Yeah. It lends so much to whatever we do there, obviously, and it informs what we do there. That's the whole point. We don't just like put gigs on willy nilly. Yeah, it's always we always curate it to that space, because it is such a you can't it's so you're completely immersed in this ancient, like it's almost 200-year-old.
Yeah, like what special music would be fitting for this space?
From folky stuff to we've had electronica in there.
Yeah,
we've got crazy dungeon techno.
Yeah,
we've had. But obviously last night was the film screening, and that's the second one of those we've done, and we do that in partnership with an online publication called Lost Art. Yeah, and they approached us a while ago and said they wanted to do these pop-up cinema clubs. Yeah, I think. Maya had been down to one of the Womdusha gigs, and she'd written about, she'd reviewed the Womdusha gig, and she loved what we were into. And they're kind of from a different world. They're not sort of
the art world.
Yeah, on that sort of side of things, sort of. Also other side of London. Yeah, right. But it's kind of nice. They're cool. They're very like-minded. We've got to know them really well. Having done a couple of events, again, as Chris says. But everybody sort of falls into place and complements. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? There's none of this, like, what are you doing? You're doing my bit, man. That's just naturally, which is, all of these things, again, touch wood, we do, it generally works like that. So you don't have any of this forced friction, which is frankly, when things become hard work.
Well, it sounds like kind of the story of the shop, really, in a way. Very much. Things have fallen into place, they came at the right timing in the way that album with Lee Scratch Perry kind of came together as an interesting story. Yeah. And you're not trying too hard.
Don't force it.
Nah. Yeah.
Yeah. If you have to force it, then it don't fit.
No, you're not going to get it in.
You're not going to get it
So, any future plans?
So yeah, so next year we're gonna, following on from what we were saying about doing gigs in the church, we're gonna not really turn the volume up because we're already doing it, but we're going to formalise it a little bit more with what we're doing with the live events.
Yeah.
So we're going to continue doing the church stuff, so aim for a sort of 4 a year, quarterly. We're going to start doing electronic music nights.
Yes.
At Club Cheek.
Okay.
Christmas December.
Spectacular.
Come to our
33rd of December.
Sworn Virgins, Babyshun, Johnny Yorks, 33rd of December. Confusingly,
on the 5th.
On the 5th of December.
Okay. Yeah, you're not making it easier for anyone, are you, with that? But it does say on the thing, yeah.
So we're going to do those electronic lights and probably aim for a sort of similar sort of regularity, maybe 4 a year. But then we're also going to bring back what we were doing when we first started the label, which is doing monthly new music showcases.
Okay.
And we ran that for about a year initially, and then we were running it down at Peckham Audio, which is a perfect venue for it.
Yeah.
It's like near enough, and it's the right size.
Yeah.
And stuff. But they had a change of management, and they kind of weren't really sort of up for doing the live stuff, so we kind of stopped, and then we obviously got busy doing the shop. But now we're kind of in a position to do that again. We're going to bring that back online, and the joy of that is obviously we have so many people play the shop, which is as described, and we've always felt a little bit. This is a personal thing, a little bit bad that we can't offer fees in the shop. And obviously, as to say that what that allows us to do to all the bands that come through and play the shop for free, which is wonderful and joyous, it allows us to invite certain bands that we're really into to come and play that showcase, which is obviously a paid gig.
Yeah.
And again, like everything that we do, I think if we can get the regularity of it and just keep doing it monthly, lock it in as we'll do similar to what we did last time, Thursday night. We've got dates booked for the first 6 months, I think.
Cool.
And that'll be really cool. So we're going to do that.
When does that start?
In February.
Yeah. Cool.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
So we've got that. Yeah. So we're pushing that and off to the point about Henge Brixton. Matt Priory, who runs that, is an old mate of ours. He used to run the Greyhound in Peckham. He is he's running the bar, but he's also come on board to sort of help run the events coming up.
Cool.
So yeah, dead excited about that.
Very exciting. It'll grow and grow. Yeah. Could be Henge, New York, at some point in the future. Yeah. You never know.
We don't go north of the river.
Snobs. South London snobs. Well, Tim and Chris, thank you so much.
Pleasure, man. Thank you.
Good to hang out. Good to come talk to you guys.
Always a pleasure.
See you next time.
Yes.
Check it out. Dash the Henge. What is the street? Camberwell
New Road.
Camberwell New Road. Get down to South London if you're not in South London. If you are, come down here. Free music Wednesdays to Saturdays.
Right. Saturday, exactly.
I mean, if you can't afford to pay for see artists, at least come and see it for free. So if we're not getting paid, we need crowds anyway.
Exactly.
Support your artists. Support Dash the Henge store.
And come to Henge Brixton.
Yes, Henge Brixton as well.
In town.
That's right. Awesome. All right. Thanks so much.
Cheers, man.